Hello, this is Peter with another video. Today I thought we'd have a look at some of these indoor White Sapote seedlings, as well as some of the grafting attempts I've done over the last year. So this first one here, as you can see, is a McDill that I grafted myself. And the graft union is down there, right down there. And all this here is the scion. I did cut it back a couple of months ago to try and encourage some growth. And you can see the buds at the top there are just starting to swell a little bit. See, low down here, you can see this shoot here is pretty new. It's pushed out within the last week or two. It was just like this maybe about 2 weeks ago. I would like it to grow more at the top rather than down here, but it is still above the graft union, so I will leave it. So the reason I showed you that I cut off the top of this White Sapote seedling to encourage growth is because I also had a go at attempted to graft onto this seedling here. I actually chip budded this White Sapote seedling. I did two. You can see this one here has failed. Now the scion I used from the top of that other plant was very immature, hadn't hardened off fully, so I think that was part of the reason it didn't work very well. It was also very thin, so it was very difficult to cut, but I did manage to get one bud here to take. Don't know if you can see properly, but there is a bud just starting to swell there, and it's formed a nice union onto the stem. And as you can see here, I've actually had a go at air layering it. This I only did a few days ago. The idea with the air layer is to force this bud to start developing, but also try and get some roots to develop on this seedling so that I can actually just reuse this top section as a new plant. Which I have done before, and I'll show you that other one in a minute. So I know it has worked before. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get another grafted plant out of this, and then another rootstock plant to graft onto in the future. So on the other side, I've got some, as you can see, I've got plenty of seedlings still growing here. This, what you can see here, is actually the plant I was just talking about. This is the air layer. So yeah, this here is where I cut it off at the top, and I planted the air layered root ball. I did feature this in a video earlier in the year. I had a little pod on like I just featured on that other one, and it developed some roots, and I planted it in this pot on its own, and it has since pushed out some new growth at the top. So I have a new rootstock plant here. It's not a named variety, of course, because it was just a seedling that I air layered, but I can graft onto that in the future if I want. And then this here is another McDill, which I grafted. This is actually the original plant that this one came from. So this is I grew the seed in this pot. I then did a chip bud graft onto it, as you can see there, which is where this main growth has come from. So that's all from the chip bud, which I did. I think it was it was April this year. So it's been on for over half a year now, I guess. So it's done quite well. It hasn't been growing as much recently, but it is starting to push out some new growth at the top there. You might just be able to see. And yeah, I've tried to stake it up to train it to grow into a nice single stem. So yeah, that's coming along, that McDill as well. And the air layered plant, which was originally part of this plant. So yeah, as I mentioned, I grafted onto it when the bud took, and then air layered it, and then took that off and planted it in its own container. So now I have an extra McDill, and I also have another seedling plant which I can use. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do here again. as it worked last time. Of course, I'm doing this now at the end of the year. We're just in early December now, so it's not ideal for air layering at this time of year. Obviously I did the air layer earlier in the year where it was much warmer, so I had a better chance of taking. But yeah, the rest of the seedlings are doing pretty well as well. I keep having to cut them back. You can see here where I've cut most of them back because they keep getting really tall and collapsing over because they're really leggy. So I'll probably have to do that again, but yeah, I'm not wasting any material, so the cuttings I've taken I've put into the propagator to try and root. Well, I say try and root. I did this quite a while ago now. Some of them have developed roots and some of them have shriveled up and failed. I do seem to only get about maybe 50% of them rooting, maybe slightly less, but it's better than just wasting them anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick update on the indoor seedlings and the grafted McDills I've done myself. I have also got my supposed Vernon and Sue Bell White Sapotes, which I bought this year. Those are inside now, but they're downstairs. And those are starting to grow a little bit as well. I might show them in a future video in a few weeks' time if more growth develops on them. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the grafting results and of course the air layer results as well of the White Sapotes. In the future, my plan is to just skip the whole grafting process and actually just air layer a named variety, and then I can just do what I'm doing here. Skips the whole process of having to graft onto it, wait a few weeks and air layer the top. If I wanted, I could have also attempted to graft onto this section up here. So if I get this to air layer, I'd already have a grafted plant if the graft took. So there's another option I could try in the future. But yeah, having fun propagating these plants. Very easy to graft and air layer by the looks of it so far. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be alerted when I release future updates on all of my plants, including more on my White Sapotes. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.